The first client you will see is Scarlett. She is a 3-year-old with a diagnosis of sensory integration dysfunction. Today we will implement the following: proprioception and vestibular inputs along with body awareness. The second client you will see is Kristen. She is a 12-year-old with a diagnosis of developmental delay with postural asymmetry, poor coordination, and poor trunk control.
Take it off. Get it. No. Put it on there. Grab it.
A few moments later.
Now that our client's behavior is under control, we will continue the session. During the session, the therapist will perform the circular schooling figure, which elicits weight shift across midline and stimulates lateral flexors. This requires asymmetrical responses of the client. As you will see, the horse transfers variable, repetitive, and rhythmic movement to the client, which provides sensory input to the brain and nervous system. Our second client is performing a static activity to address weight shift, postural control, and balance. The therapist is instructing the client to lean forward to place clothespins on the horse's mane. Through this, we are facilitating forward weight shift to increase abdominal and back strength. The second therapist is providing tactile cueing through guided movement.
Our second activity addresses lateral weight shift to improve coordination, balance, and postural control during a bilateral task. The therapist is instructing the patient to lean to grab the ball and hand the ball to the second therapist. The second therapist is also providing tactile cues to elicit upright dynamic sitting balance.
We continue the ball activity with adding the movement of the horse in order to challenge the patient's postural control and balance. The therapist incorporates a straight line schooling figure to promote trunk extension, rotation, and flexion.
Next, we will progress the session with the client seated backwards on the horse to further challenge the client's trunk control. The patient must make postural adjustments in order to maintain an upright position. This position promotes motor planning and sequencing of patient in order to maintain
correct posture.
Progressing further, the client will perform the airplane technique. This incorporates trunk rotation and upright posture. The patient is instructed to keep the arms out like an airplane and lean side to side with arms remaining straight. The patient is also performing the tower technique with arms reaching to the sky. This encourages elongation of the trunk and upright sitting posture.
Finally, we progress the patient to riding bareback, which is focusing on elongation of tight muscles through neutral warmth of the horse's body. The therapists are also incorporating a fine motor task while also addressing core stability. One of the remarkable aspects of hippotherapy is the unique 3D motion caused by the horse's pelvic movement that cannot be replicated by other equipment. The therapist instructs the patient to place hands on hips in order to increase body awareness for overall sensorimotor input while on the horse.
Take this job and shove it. I ain't working here no more. A woman done left and took all the reason I was working for. You better not try to stand in my way as I'm walking out the door. Take this job and shove it. I ain't working here no more.
Little number in her pickup truck. Daddy Sweet Money done jacked it up. She's a party all-nighter from South Carolina, a bad mama jammer from down in Alabama. She's a raging Cajun lunatic from Brunswick, juicy Georgia peach with a thick southern drawl, sexy swinging walk. Brother, she's all country. From her cowboy boots to her down home roots, she's country. From the song she plays to the prayer she prays, that's the way she was born and raised. She ain't afraid to stay country. Brother, she's country. Hill raising sugar when the sun goes down. Mama taught her how to rip up the town. Honey dripping honey from the holler in Kentucky, get you flipping kinda trippy like a Mississippi hippie. She's a Kansas princess, crazy mother trucker, undercover lover, thick southern drawl, sexy swinging wall.